Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. Very nice to meet you again at Zoom meeting. Today is my great honor to have with us today two inspiring leader and trainer from Kenya branch, Madam Phoebe Ndeda and Mr. George Juma, both seven-star consultants from one of our prestigious branch office, the Kenya office, which I love very much. So I feel very glad and honored to have them today. Ladies first, so shall we give the first hour to Madam Phoebe? Madam Phoebe, are you ready? May I have
Yes,
the pleasure to share the screen so you'll be able to give us your inspiring sharing and motivation.
okay.
All right, just give me one moment. After the first hour, we are going to invite Mr. George Juma. After Mr. George Juma's inspiration, sharing, and presentation, you're going to have at least 20 minutes to interact with these two leaders. Now, Madam Phoebe, can you speak? Madam Phoebe,
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Madam Rainy. I'm humbled to be here and glad to share my journey. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. You're most welcome.
Okay, thank you. So, I'm Phoebe Ndeda, an independent renewal distributor and team leader. I hail from the western regions of Kenya, especially Ndeda County in Kenya. Yes. Uh, Madam Rainy, please move to the next slide. I was born and brought up in Garissa County before moving to Nairobi and Cape respectively. I went to Raw Girls Maragoli School, joined Yamuni Girls and St. Clair's Girls Maragoli High, and finally at Leicester University, where I studied community health and development. I'm a certified community health worker, and despite the many challenges I went through in life, Greenwell has given me a chance to transform my life and inspire others to achieve success. Thank you. Madam Ring, next slide, please. So, as you all know, life after university is not always easy. Basically, most of us, when we finish university, we knock each and every door, seek for an employment. And every door I knocked, and every gate I knocked, it's just a place to employ. All those gate men or what men used to tell me, I don't have I don't have an appointment. So I had to, if you don't have an appointment and you don't have something small, as it is always said, an empty hand is not lit. So you better go to help. So there was one day, this friend of my dad was an IPA African manager. He's the one who now absorbed me in his company. So after graduating, that is the first company I ever worked. So I worked with IPA East African Consultants under a Plan International project, training youths on morality, HIV awareness, and life skills. So later on, I co-founded a small school in Kiambu for orphans and vulnerable children, where I taught biology, history, Christian education for a year before leaving due to management challenges. I then held brief roles at Kenyatta National Hospital as a personal assistant to a renewed gynecologist and at Nairobi Hospital as a stock taker. So before joining Greenworld, I completed a short course in HIV testing services at Western Training Institute. Thank you. Next slide. So before discovering this Greenworld opportunity, I embraced my roles as a housewife and a housemaker, a period marked by quiet dedication to my home and family. I at this time also presented significant financial challenges, and these aroused the desire for greater independence and purpose. It is not easy to be a housewife without some income. Thank you, Mrs. Rainey. Next slide. Yeah, being a stay-home mom and a wife, life as a jobless housewife in Kenya often means navigating daily necessities with the limited resources, a reality many of us face. So when you undergo through all these, it cultivates resilience, but it also ignites a strong aspiration for change. And that is the life of a housewife. Thank you. When I was done tired of becoming a housewife, I decided to venture into commerce, and I was a shopkeeper. So during this time, seeking to contribute financially and gain independence, I took on the challenging role of a shopkeeper. This experience was a crucial stepping stone, teaching me the fundamentals of customer interactions, inventory management, and the daily grind of small businesses. Being a shopkeeper was such a nice thing. So that was the first time I was interacting with people from diverse cultures. I used to understand, you see, when you're a shopkeeper, very many people come to your shop. And during those times, I used to just call everybody mom or auntie or uncle. So there are some people who don't like to be called like that. There was one day I called somebody at a mom. So she asked me if you look at me from my head to my toe, do I look anything close to what can be called your mom? Another scenario was also when I called someone an uncle. He told me the same thing. If you look at me, do I really look like your uncle? So that was the time I was learning how to communicate with people, how to see, how to just study their emotions. Yeah. So learning customer relations was very critical at this particular time, and that is what I also learned during my times as a shopkeeper. There is also this role of managing staff. So I also gained practical experience in inventory and sales. See, that is something I had never done. I never did these commerce things and business studies, but I found myself as a shopkeeper, and so I had to learn how to keep records, how to know what products are there, what products are not there, what am I supposed to bring in now, what are the most products people are asking for. So that was my life as a shopkeeper. The daily operations are also critical in this business, because these were the times where you had to wake up very early, manage your calls as a wife, and then you have to head to your shop. Just like any business. See, if you open a shop and you do not go there, nobody's going to sell it. Nobody's going to sell for you. So you just have to be there for your shop. And that also goes even to this our business in Greenwald. Thank you very much. Next slide. So what's made me uh, um, finish with my shopkeeping business? You see, there's sometimes things can happen in your life that you don't expect. So as a shopkeeper, I really tried very hard to make sure that my shop was doing the best. Now, during this time, it was marked by so many challenges. It was a time that my first girl was also joining high school, and I didn't have enough money. And the money from the shop was not even enough. So when she was joining high school, it was called to a very prestigious school where you have to pay some good cash amount of money. And at that time, we just don't have anything, not anything in our account, just not anything. And the money from the shopkeeping business is so small in Kenya. Those people who have done this business, you know what a shopkeeper or the money from shopkeeping is. It is very little. It cannot sustain so much. So I decided to something came upon my mind, and I decided to go and talk to a few women around the area I was staying in Nairobi that during those times. So I collected 10 women. I talked to them and I told them that we should start a chama. Now, a chama is this small organization where women come together and they can do some table banking and it can help somebody, yeah, to pass through some situations it was passing through. So I got my 10 ladies friends and I told them that I want us to start a chama and every one of us should be contributing at least 10,000 shillings. So none of them refused. And I told them because it is a good idea. And if you are 10, if you have 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 each, we will be having 100,000 at least every month. So we were supposed to be meeting every month, and one goes with 100,000. And because I'm the one that came with that idea, I told them I'll be the first one because I wanted a way where my girl would join high school. So that is what I did. So during those times, I was still a shopkeeper still. And remember, the 100,000 is not yours. It is only 10,000 that was yours. So this remaining money, you're supposed to be paying it every month. So the first 6 months, I paid so well. And the last 4 months were a hell in me. It was a hell to me. Why? Because some people just plotted their plan very well and came and stole everything in my shop and left me without nothing. So these women thought that maybe I had eaten all their money and I didn't want to pay back. And that was the beginning of my stressful life and that shopkeeping business. So my husband tried, he went and talked to one of his friends. So when that friend of his heard what had happened, he gave us something small to start it up again. So I bought a few stocks so that we revamp it again, so that at least I can have something to do. I have something, you know. Then that also, after a few months, they again decide to plot to steal from me again. Now, that time, they took everything. They only left me with a Coca-Cola fridge to survive with my children and my family. Now, what was I supposed to do then? I was just finished. And nobody was going to lend me now the money again. So a neighbor of mine who maybe thought I was suffering so much introduced me to this business called Envirofit. So she came and told me that there's this company that wants sales ladies. So I don't know whether your husband will agree for you to come or go for those trainings because they're training people for free. They give their breakfast, they give their lunch. There's tea break. There's tea break also. There's lunch break. You eat something small. Then there's that 4 o'clock tea and 600 fare to go home. How I thought that that was a very wonderful thing. So when I went and told my husband agreed. So I decided to go to those trainings, and I used to use only 20 shillings for fare. So I thought that that thing was maybe came to rescue me, or it was a very good thing because I thought I would only use 20 shillings and then the rest I would maybe for my children when I go back home. So they trained us for some time, gave us certificates, and then we were given demo jipos to go and start selling. So selling these improved cook stoves in Nairobi was very hard. And this friend of mine had already migrated from Nairobi to the village. And every time we were now reconciling our sales at every end month. She's the one who could get all the presents. So I thought that maybe village people or the village has some good money. So I really need to go with these lejipos in the village. So my journey continued yet with another role, selling envirofit jikos. Now these jikos, as you know, they are called improved cook stoves. This was more than just a job. It was an opportunity to promote healthier and more sustainable living in Kenyan households. So I became a bridge between innovative technology and community needs. I did not come there empty handed because this is where I started learning about healthy living, which would later help me in my green world journey. Thank you, Mrs. Rainey. Next slide. Thank you. So what happened before this hospitality industry? So I did my work as a seller for those vehicles very well. And me together with my friend here in the village, we did our best. And the company leaders, whether they were the CEOs or the managers, really wanted to see who is this Phoebe? And my friend was called Florence. Who is this Phoebe and who is this Florence who is making this company have some good sales? So when those guys who are now our heads there in that company had that we wanted to be promoted to be sales managers, they decided to bring some politics that those people have said, those managers or the CEOs have said that no cook stove goes to Nyanga. So as somebody who knows a little bit of some things, I just knew that that was politics. And that was the end of my time as a seller, as a Jeep seller. Yes. So when that was over like that, I went again to my husband. Now I was thinking, what else will I do? Then I thought I said, maybe let's try this hospitality thing. Let us come up with a small hotel where we can try. So at the hospitality industry, it was also another stepping stone. I had a short stint working in a hotel in my quest to change my life. So I started I started an eatery where I specialized in local delicacies. Although it did not run for long, I gained valuable experience. The demanding reward nature of the hotel industry taught me valuable lessons in service and excellence, teamwork, and, and meticulous attention to detail. It was a period of intense learning and also personal growth, preparing me for the next chapter of my journey. And during this time, even if you see everything you go through in life or every situation you are in life, it is always a learning thing. You're always learning, whatever you do. So do not look down upon those things that you're doing or whichever situation you are in right now. that situation you are in is uh, is preparing you to another chapter, and it is a learning period. So this was my learning period also, and it reached a point that now this business could not go on because during these times were the times I was so much in debt. You cook food, and you know what? The reason why I was so much in debt is because when I was coming to open this business, I did not do something we call uh, you call it you call it I mean some survey, yeah. You have to look at that place, how is that place is some due diligence, yeah. It is called due diligence. I did not do some due diligence to understand the locality where I was setting up this business. I had so many losses. There was sometimes I could open my business and stay up to evening and nobody has come to eat anything. So there was this time when I was just seated in my hotel there, and I saw my small girl coming from school at very odd hours. So I asked myself, what is this girl doing and why is she out of school at this particular time? Remember, she was sent home for a book. And Makio, those were the times I could not even afford. I had no money. And that girl of mine who was joining high school was or had already finished and had now joined university. And with this, my hospitality industry, it was very tough. So when my girl came, she was telling me, Mommy, I've been sent home for a book. You see, as a mother, and seated there watching her come, and then she tells you she's been sent home because of a book. And I could not buy her a good book. During those times, the only good book I could afford was a 10 bob book. And you see, here in our country, the 10-shilling book is a 32-page exercise book. A 32-page exercise book, if you buy to your child to do it. If she writes on this side, she cannot write on the other side because it even tears. And that book also, I had to go and borrow it again from the shop. As I told you also that these were the times I was so much in debt because you have to borrow the things you cook. Then after selling them is when now you will go and pay. These were the times I also became a criminal because after borrowing from a shop a long time, see you're also watching at that shopkeeper the way she's giving you those things. It reaches a time when they don't really feel like giving you something because you have stayed for so much or for so long before you paid your debt. So after borrowing from the shop, then they feel like they now don't want to give me something. I changed my route. And the route had to be long because I don't want them to see me pass through there because they'll see me going to the market and I don't want to give them their money. So you see now you're living a life of a criminal. Then you go start befriending someone from another shop so that they can give you things, they can give you things. Then for the first few days you pay well. Then the rest of the days now you become now a serial borrower. Then after borrowing, you see their attitude now. They don't really want to give you more until you pay. When the other one has changed the attitude towards you, you go back to your first shop. Then you pay your debt. Then you start borrowing again. So I thought that was a very stressful life to me. And those were the times when my girl was also just out of school. Now, the first one came. I go to the shop, borrow a 32-page exercise book. That was very painful. Then after some time also, I see the other one coming. The other one did not have a pencil. So I was thinking now, sure, now, what kind of life is this? So I also went there and looked at the shopkeeper. Oh, yeah. Help me with a 5-shilling pencil. Now they were just things that were just low quality. And you know, a 5 bob pencil, if you buy your child a 5-shilling pencil here in Kenya, that pencil, the more it is being sharpened, the more it is also breaking. By the end of the day, when your girl comes home, the pencil that was as full as this thing is now small as your small finger. If you're not careful, you can beat out your child. And it is you who has the problem. It is you who have been less of a mother. So that is what happened to me. And and because this business was really not doing so good, I was not doing so well with it. Though I had already learned what I learned, it was now I was now contemplating on what I wanted to do. Because I thought there thinking about my life and why everything I have been doing since I came out from university fails, fails, fails. So I thought of myself as a very poor, wicked, I don't know what kind of a mother. Then one day, my father used to come to my place where people eat. Then he just monitored and saw how we did our thing. And he really saw that we were not doing well. So he invited us to a certain seminar in this sides of the village. And we just decided to go because Dad had already said. So there was a certain seminar of Greenwald seminar. So we went there for the first time. And what I saw from that meeting did not even enthuse me. I went there, saw that man that came. I wondered what kind of a seminar my father called us to go and witness. So after the meeting, he asked us, "What have you seen?" And we went also with my husband. We told him plain blank that this is a scam. These people are con men. So that was that. Then he kept on calling us for those kind of seminars. My father was so much into this green one because he also had some problem that green one products helped overcome. So the second time I also went, did not get anything. And every time I went to those seminars, so many of them. And when I'm in those seminars, I was just like this, seated, looking at the presenter there and understanding nothing, just logged off. And I just didn't want to understand. And imagine that kind of pride. And I cannot afford some good pencil for my child. I was too proud and too poor at the same time. So after this scenario where my girl came from school and she was just because of a book. I thought that maybe I should give it some time. I should try to understand. Would this business really help me? So before I knew it, because that day when my small girl came home for a book, my husband went for those kind of meetings, the real world trainings. So when he came back, he told me that, sister, you see, he calls me sister. So he told me that I think this business is good. I think this business can do us good. Hmm? For the first time, I tried to listen. So I asked him, when will be the next meeting? So he told me the following Wednesday. I was also waiting for that meeting so that I could go and listen. So for the first time, when I went to that meeting, uh, there was someone there who was giving some testimony. And I did not, those many monies, you see, that guy was telling us his checks, the money he's been getting from the things they've been getting from they were very, very big checks. I couldn't imagine I could maybe get those kind of things. Me, the only thing that I had was that 28,000 shillings. And that is what I wanted. I thought this one was going to make my life better. So that Wednesday, when we went for that meeting, that is when I decided to join Greenwald. Thank you, Miss Madam Rain. Let's move to the next slide. And that was the time I decided to join Greenwald. Yes, so after years of diverse experience, I made a life-changing decision On June the 15th, 2019, I embarked on a transformative journey with Green World Africa, and this was a pivotal moment that marked a true beginning of my entrepreneurial success and personal fulfillment. It was just not a career change, it was a commitment to a new path of health, wealth, and community empowerment. Yes, thank you very much. Next slide. So my interest in Green World wasn't accidental. It was a culmination of my experiences and a deep desire for impactful work. I was drawn to my company's mission of promoting natural health and wellness, offering high quality products, and providing a robust business model that allowed individuals to build their own businesses and write their own success story. Yes, so I recognize the potential for improving community health through superior products. And you see, when I joined Greenworld, for the first time, you see, during those days, we were joining, we were signing up with 1,500, but though it has not changed. So I was very interested with that scanning machine because the person who was introducing us to this business used to come with that quantum analyzer. So I used to wonder how that thing used to work. And some of the things I really worked hard to get what the quantum, and I really wanted to understand how those things work. So I invested in those ones, and I worked so hard, and to where now I am. So improving community health through superior products is one of the things I've done. Achieving financial independence and stability, more so in that line. Personal growth and development and leadership development. Building a supportive network of like-minded individuals. Now, this newfound purpose resonated deeply, transforming my initial interest into a passionate commitment to Green World vision. Yes. So we can move on to the next slide. As you can see, these were during those first times used to organize seminars, we were trained, as you can see. Thank you, Madam Rainey. Let's move to the next slide. So that topic is written Achieving Excellence or Milestones. So my main achievements here in Greenwald, one of them is as the 7 health consultants, a top tier recognition for expertise leadership. I'm also a multiple award winner, awarded more than 1 Greenwald Business Star. I've also gained multiple Triple Award winner. I've also gained a title of becoming a Greenwald Kenya trainer. I've impacted my community, transforming lives through health and financial freedom. So as you can see some pictures there, we have also gone out. This opportunity has made us travel, gotten some good certificates. They are well displayed here in the office. Yes, so these were during those times we were in China, and it's good to be in China. And it's also good to travel out. You see, when you're working in these other companies, it is really hard for you to go out. But this one, when I came and I really hated this thing. I thought that this thing is a big scam. And this thing is what has now made me what I am today. Traveling abroad, yeah. So we can move to the next slide. As you can see there, That is my car. Nowadays, I drive a big one. That is a big wheeled car. An achievement I've gained here in Freedom. Yeah, that is our MD there presenting me a certificate, as you can see. And here we are many receiving certificates. Those are some of the goodies this company has given me or has awarded me. Yes. Those were some photos on our International Trips Awards. Yes, Madam Mrs. Rainey. Yes. These ones. These ones. So as you can see, just a few pictures, when we were traveling out. Thank you. Next slide. Yes. I've also attained a title of a shop owner. So my shop is called KE017. I'm the proud owner of KE17 in Lori Town, Sia County. So as my team expanded, so did also this demand for constant and timely product supply. So this created pressure, but also an opportunity. So we made the bold decision to invest heavily in setting up a shop and stocking a wide range of products. So this strategic move has been very transformative. Yes, thanks to these investments, our team is now adequately supplied. Motivation levels have skyrocketed. We've seen significant business growth. This experience has shown us that the right investment, the right time, doesn't just solve problems. It creates momentum and brings also lasting success. Or you can say gradual success. Thank you. Next slide, please, Mrs. Rani. I have also mentored and coached several distributors to achieving higher ranks in. I have supported some members to achieve health and international trips award. Like last year, my team members went to China, 9 of them. And I'm the only one that remained because there was nobody to remain at home to look after certain errands. So 9 members from my own team went for a free international trip to China. I have organized and also facilitated leadership trainings and mentorship camps. I do a lot of grassroots mobilization and trainings to empower youth, women, in terms of healthy living and wealth creation. So these are some of the activities we normally do. I always appreciate my members when they do something small. We give them at least something to encourage them. We can give them maybe diaries. We offer small presents just to encourage them. Yes, and they love it. They feel they are appreciated when they do something good. Yes. And you appreciate them, they feel so nice. Thank you. Let's move to the next slide. Now, this business can turn your dreams into reality. Now, these are some of the things I've really gained here in this business. So through Greenworld, I invested in my dream house. I upgraded my family's lifestyle. You see the way I've been telling you about how I've been failing, a bad woman. You are put to run this business. It cannot see its second birthday. Just a few months, it is gone. And when I joined Greenwood for the first time, let me just take you behind there a little bit. The first time I was a Greenwald member, and I invested to have that quantum analyzer. I really wanted to understand what those terminologies were. So that made me go by a medical dictionary to understand what are these terms. And I fell in love with that start kit of ours because it gave products and the diseases that these products would help tackle. So that one really encouraged me. I really loved that one. The first day I used that quantum, and during those times, because we wanted people to know about Greenwald, we were just diagnosing people with 500 shillings. So when somebody just gave me 500 shillings, just because of that diagnosis, let me tell you, that was like Christmas in my house. For the first time after a very long time, my children ate it. I went and bought a half kg of it. Then I prepared it very nicely. You don't know the joy of a mother when you see your children eat well. They eat enjoying that food. So I thought, this business, I can get this kind of money. I just went on like that, like that, like that. I saw money coming. Then I would now start affording to take them out. Like you see in this photo where we are smiling here. I took them for a ferry ride in Lake Victoria. So we were crossing from a place called Otieno now to the other side of the shop. And they are happy. As you can see, they are smiling. Yes, they were very happy. And it was my first time also to board a ferry because I'd never boarded one. And that time I also thought that maybe we would sink. See, I'm not a good, I don't even know how to swim. I just saw some big lorries come out with big stones. And I was wondering, these fowls are coming out from this ferry. And all of us are going to enter into this thing. Are we not going to sink? Then I was told that it can't. So I kept my spirits high that we are going to land safely to the other shore. And as you can see, Greenwald made it possible for me to take my children out. That is just one of the outings I took them. Then on this other side, you can see a very nice house. That is a very beautiful house. You're just seeing it there. If you come to Kenya and come here, this size of Ndori, I'll take you and so that you see my house. It is very nice. It is very beautiful. It was well done, and it just because of this business. So I upgraded my family's lifestyle. Hmm? Involved. So that is a small recap on the benefits I have realized in the Greenwald so far. As you can see, gained even if I have gained financial independence. I've traveled globally, lifestyle upgrades. If you saw me during those times, you wouldn't know that I'm even a member of this great company. So my lifestyle has upgraded, personal development, and also empowering. There's nothing that feels good like empowering others so that they can also achieve what they can achieve in life. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mrs. Rainey.
Thank you, Madam Phoebe. Your journey is fascinating. Before Greenwood, you served your community as a health worker, a teacher for vulnerable children, and you also gained valuable experience in both administrative and stock-taking roles at major hospitals. My first question is, how do you see your previous work experiences connecting with what you do now in your Greenwood business?
Thank you so much, Madam Rainey. Honestly, it feels like God was preparing me all along for what I do today in Greenwald. because as a community health worker, I was involved in health education, advocacy, disease prevention, and also connecting people to services. And if I look at Greenwald critically, that is exactly what I still do now. Educating, guiding, and empowering people to take charge of their health. And as also a teacher for vulnerable children, I learned to create a safe environment. You see, when you're a teacher, you create safe environments, you mentor, you adapt information so people can understand and provide emotional support. So these skills are invaluable in mentoring my team and helping them grow personally and professionally. And as a stock taker, I mastered accuracy, record keeping, and also accountability. So that discipline ensures my shop runs smoothly and never runs out of stock, unless maybe that product is just unavailable. So all
Very,
these past roles shaped me into who I am today, a consultant who not only leads, but also nurtures, educates, and also manages with integrity for that matter. Thank you.
Thank you. So we can see you're a successful mother, a very daring wife, learned distributor, and a self-taught trainer and a leader. So, actually, we are all glad you took the initial step toward entrepreneurship. Let's talk about the practical side. You started as a shop assistant and now you're an expert shop owner for our audience today, which includes current and future shop owners. So, what does it take to operate a professional and successful greenwash specialty shop? Because you've been working in shops as a shop assistant and now you own a KE 017, a very successful shop in Siyaya County, right? So, okay, would you please give us some advice for of audience distributors who's going to run their specialty shops in the future?
Thank you, Mrs. Rennie, for that question. So that one comes down to values, discipline, and also service. So always uphold our motto. You see, Greenwald has a motto. I even saw it when we went to China. People oriented and honesty first. Practice honesty, financial discipline, and transparency with both clients and downlines. So when people come to your shop, you see, not every person that will come to your shop is your person. Some people are your downlines people. So never sign up distributors dishonesty. Yes, be honest. And if those distributors of yours come, be the first one to let them know that your client came, or and he did this and this, or she did this and this. Yes, there's also keeping of excellent records. Manage your time well and respect everyone. Your attitude matters in this business and as a shop owner. From how you welcome people into your shop and how you follow up with them. Now, this attitude, you see, it is a very big thing. Yes, sometimes when people come to your office, the way you frown, the way you welcome them, that one goes now with all your attitude. So your attitude will matter. If you have a very negative, you're frownish, you're not friendly. People will be running away from you, and nobody will come to your shop. So attitude matters. So in your shop also, maintain cleanliness, just general cleanliness, neatness, some professional appearance, small things like offering clean drinking water into your shop. Sometimes just remove cobwebs and dust. Yeah, to make sure your shop is also neat. And most importantly, don't be a boss in your own shop. Be a servant leader who supports, guides, and uplifts others. Thank
Th-
you. Back to you, Mrs. Ray.
Thank you so much, Madam Phoebe, for this invaluable suggestions and advice to whoever is going to run your own business or a specialty shop. Now, you often speak about the gains from Greenwood in four areas. Could you elaborate on two in particular? How has Greenwood business improved community health? Because you so focus so focus on community health even when you source the cookwares, and also how has it fostered your personal growth and leadership? So we want you to give us the live examples and the details in these two areas, because we totally understand the other two areas. We see that your beautiful house, your happy family, from a mom who couldn't afford an exercise book and a pencil for your children. Now, you can take your family out for family get-togethers. So we can see the financial improvement. But we want to know in details about your personal growth and also how do you serve your community with Greenwood Business.
Thank you so much, Madam Rainey. So, Greenwell has created awareness and also encourage people to embrace alternative health solutions. Like you see now people now know in my community that Greenwell products offer alternative health solutions. So through us, people see healthier lifestyles, glowing skin, and vibrant lives, and they become curious and inspired. So many now believe Greenwald is the answer to their healthier challenges. Because in our team, we believe so much in consumption. All of us consume. In my team, nobody uses any other soap except olive soap. So if you come here and you analyze these people, you will see how vibrant their skin are. And I think that is a very good impact. Even when the society just see them from outside, they know that these people, in fact, they just know that these people are Greenwald members. These people are Greenwald people because of how they are. Yeah. Then another thing that I can also say is that from the things that I've achieved, now my community, where I come from, see, I come from a clan called Kia. So these Kia people nowadays, all of them desire how to, they call me their own. Yeah. Every person I'm now their daughter because of what they see in me. And my husband, they call them our in-law, our in-law. You see now there's that respect, yeah. So if you create an impact in the community people are also going to also respect you. And when I talk about my personal growth, I live by this law of cause and effect that states that what I sow, I also reap. This business has shaped me into a leader recognized in my community. I've learned patience, gratitude, and also forgiveness. Very, very important. I research constantly. So I always have this something valuable to share with my people. My consistency has also built credibility, and people see the transformation in my life and my family and even my contribution to the society. I think that is the best way I can answer that, Madam Rainey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Phoebe. Actually, this is really powerful. I'm very touched personally. I'm very touched due to your experiences, not only in Greenwood, but throughout life. You're a very successful mom, and I believe you're really, really a good wife. So, for our final questions, please share a key message for our audience today. wearing your three different hats, first as a seven-star consultant, secondly as a specialty shop owner, and third as a trainer and leader. So what would you like to tell? What would you like to say to our audience today?
Thank you very much, Madam Rainey. Now, as a Star 7 consultant, I want my audience today to remember that power without character is very dangerous. Be a servant leader. Let people describe you as honest, kind, and reliable. And greatness comes through service. Always remember that. And as a specialty shop owner, honesty is everything. Yes, honesty is everything. Manage people with integrity, love, respect. Never let dishonesty destroy the trust people have placed in you. Please, please, please. Being dishonest will let your people now mistrust you. And that is very dangerous for your growth and for your success. Because because of the company, you need to uphold that integrity. Your clients and your downlines are also counting on you. So if you're dishonest, you're destroying your own thing that you've been trying to build all these years. Please don't be dishonest. And also when you're doing things, or maybe you are taking some what can I call them? Some decisions, some critical decisions in your team. Please involve them. Involve them so that they feel included, so that they feel inclusive. They will feel part of that thing, and they are going to support that. And as a trainer, remember, no one is perfect. Always attend trainings. Me, I get a lot of things every time I attend training, because if I don't attend trainings, I'll die. I will not have anything to give to my people. So attend all trainings, read widely, keep learning. A trainer is like a mother, teaching with care and purpose. So don't just focus on money. Even on your trainings, do not focus on money. Please focus on building people, not money. Don't just dangle things. You dangle money. Oh, I got this amount, I got these millions, I got this million. Please, that one you're behaving like a fisherman. But we are all called to be fishers of men. And there's a difference between a fisherman and a fisher of man. Please always remember that. And always listen with the intention to understand. That's how true leaders are made. Thank you. I think
Thank
it's been a joy sharing, and I hope my journey inspires others to take their steps also towards this green world business. Thank you so much, Madam Rain.
Thank you once again, Madam Phoebe. Well, this is really, really inspiring. We truly learned a lot from you, and we look forward to many other trainings and motivations from you and also from the rest of you. So we can see this young generation of trainers. You're truly powerful. So thank you very much. Now, the second hour's, dedicated to Mr. George Juma, another wonderful leaders and also inspiring trainers. So, Mr. George Juma, when we read about your slideshow, we also feel very inspired and touched. So please allow me to share your PPT while you're ready for a very touching journey of your success stories, because I love what you have summarized into very, into some very brilliant perspectives. And sometimes I call it your philosophies. Okay, so please let me maximize it and you can start.
Thank you very much, Madam Rainey, and the entire Green World distributors, both from international, other countries, the Eurasian region, China region, United States of America, and also Africa region. Allow me to take this opportunity for the second hour or the second wing of this training of today to share with you my success story, my success journey in this company, Greenworld Health International Company. Now, my name is George Juma Otieno. Just like Madam Reni have put it, I'm an independent distributor of Greenworld Kenya branch in a region under Siaya County. Siaya County is in the greater western region of Kenya. I'm also a passionate network marketer, leader. I'm a networker, and network marketing business is one of the wonderful business I've met since I started this this business. Now, when I joined Greenworld, my joining time was 2020, in the year 2020. Actually, joining Greenworld came as a rescue to me because it was that moment after the strike of COVID-19 when I was looking and searching for a stability opportunity, and especially after school. This is when I found that this company, this industry of networking, is a life-changing platform that gave me a purpose. And especially, I've achieved a lot of financial freedom and ability to transform my life. In the picture above, you can see my life before Greenworld or before joining the network marketing industry. And the photo on my right side on the screen, it is on your right side. You can see my journey after Greenworld. So you can compare the two photos. It brings a lot of transformation, especially with this industry. Next slide, Madam Rain. Now, each and every moment, there is life before and life after. Before I joined Greenworld, or before I joined this industry of network marketing industry, I had got my back. I had got my behind the scene, what I used to do before Greenworld. Now, I'm one of those leaders that joined this industry when I was very, very young, especially at age 21. By 2020, I was only 21 years. So joining this thing joining this business as a young person, a young generation, it was really not easy for me because a lot of young people doesn't take such opportunity. Now, before I joined Greenworld, I had done only a system in Kenya. Our system of education that we did was 8-4-4. That is our system education, whereby you do 8 years below, then you do 4 years in the middle, maybe in the high school level, then another 4 years in the university or higher institution learning level. Now, because the system was 8-4-4, I only did 8-4. That means I was not able to proceed with the last 4. So I only did 8 and 4. So the other 4, I didn't do it. After the 8-4, that was the year 2018, December, after the KCAC or after my examination. Now that still I was waiting for my results, I decided to do some menial jobs, like maybe in the building construction. You can see the first photo is talking much more on the building construction, as I was waiting for good result so that I could go to the next higher level of university or other college. Now, before that again, I also did spare parts. I was selling spare parts, working as a shop attendant for the spare parts of the motorcycle spares. So it was really hustling, and it was not that much easy because I didn't have any qualification. What I could do is only what I could be paid $35 a month. So $35 a month, imagine, was not that much, but to me, according to my system of education, according to my level of education, I was seeing it as something a little bit maybe good. $35, I could maybe eat here and there because I was also young. I didn't have so much bills to pay by that time because I was just fresh after school. Now, this is when things get more worse in the year 2019 when COVID-19 struck. Everything fell down, and I had to go back and do an airtime selling business. In Kenya, we have a communication company called Safaricom. Now, with Safaricom, we sell airtime. You can sell airtime to the people and the Safaricom SIM cards. In this nature, you get maybe about $7 in a day. So I was being paid $7 in a day, equivalent to 700 Kenyan shillings after COVID-19. This is when I rolled over to 2020 in April. Next slide, Madam Rainey. In April, this is the time I met Greenwald. So when I say I joined in the year 2020, I also know of the date that I joined, date 25th, month of April. That is when I joined Greenwald International Organization. So I was introduced to this company. I didn't know much about networking because it was a new concept to me. So many people in my family were not aware of it. And most of them were saying, maybe I'm wasting time. The business that I've choose to go to, nobody have ever worked it out in my family. So I had to do it. This one was just as taking a risk in my entire family. Because in the year 2020, my results were now out because I received my results 2019 by January. And I scored a grade that I was able to go to the university, but I didn't join university because of some financial challenges. Now, I needed to maintain, to hustle. And that is when I met up with this network marketing company called Greenwald. So I chose to take the opportunity to take a step, and I registered with the $15 in this industry. I just started as a mild distributor, learned the business model, and put it in consistently with a lot of effort. So this decision marked a lot in my life, and because it was that much transformative. Because when I was starting it, things were not just working much up well because it was like a new transition. I was moving to a new business that I've never learned. Nobody have ever done it in my family. At the same time, I'm young. So nobody could now tell me now. So many people are telling me you are wasting time. Kindly, you can go back to school, go to university. So because there was no financial, there was no money, so I could not join. So what I normally say that success is not for the lucky, it is for the consistent. And especially, I've seen a lot of production from being consistent since I joined this industry in the year 2020. So next slide, Madam Rain. Now, after joining this company in the year 2020, today we are in the year 2025, and at least I can celebrate few achievements in this industry within 5 years. Things that not even most of people who are in other employment fields or self-employment business opportunities will not celebrate with a span of 5 good years. This is why sometimes I say this is the real game changer. The industry that I joined in the year 2020 is coming up as a real game changer in my life, especially as a young generation in this world. Now, through this business, through dedication, and through teamwork, I've managed to achieve or to make some milestone, however much it is not that much. On top of it, I qualified for my first international trip in the month of May 2023. So you can see it took me a lot of time to build it. From by joining by 2020, then now achieving my first trip in the year 2023. It took me 2 years to achieve my first international trip. So that means I was doing the business. Things were not easy. I was pressing it up. So you can see I was in the second achievement. The other slide, Madam Rainey, the last slide. The last slide, the last slide. The other one, yes, thank you. The other one. Back, Madam Rain, back. Thank you, there, thank you. So I achieved my international trip, and again, I achieved my first car award, 2023 in December. You can see my first car award, and the number plate is also there, KCY 963E. That is the number of my first car in Greenwald as a young generation. So I achieved my car when I was 24 years. So at 24 years, I was already driving a car through this industry and just being not too much learned. Then come 2025, I decided to add another car. Next slide, Madam Rainey. Now, in the slide that we are seeing there, that is during my international vacations. So I got my first China trip award and I went to Dubai. You can see my pictures in Dubai. And also, you can see my pictures in Dubai Mall. I managed to visit Dubai Mall, the Burj Khalifa, one of the tallest building in the world. So it was really fun visiting the capital city of United Arab Emirates, the Abu Dhabi. So it was really, really fun now seeing a lot of nature. You see, these are things that I was not, these are things that I was not sure if I could achieve them with that a small span of 5 years. Because a lot of people in my society, so many of them, you can see me getting into the plane, you can see me putting the Muslim attires. This is when we visited the mosque, one of the biggest mosques in Dubai. So in this industry, at least I've managed to travel outside the country and outside the region of Africa with this span of 5 years. Next slide, Madam Rain. Now, I also achieved the Zanzibar trip. You can see my Zanzibar trip in Tanzania, just my neighbor here in Kenya. So this was me in Zanzibar. You can see through the picture. So Greenwald really opens doors for me. It really does. It really opened a lot of space for me that I never thought that would happen in my life. Because getting a free international trip, getting a luxury Dubai trip, visiting Burj Khalifa, visiting Dubai Mall, the cruise ship, Abu Dhabi, the capital city, visiting Zanzibar. These are things even maybe in my family, not everybody could achieve them with however much learned they were. So Greenwald came up like an intermediary that made things very much easy for me. Actually, I normally tell people that this industry, this company came as an equalizer to me in person because it has made me achieve a lot that others sometimes take 40 years to achieve. Now, travel, not to escape life, but so life doesn't escape you. When you travel, you build a lot of mental exposition. You'll be exposed, especially in different regions. Your thinking capacity now you start to advance. You now think outside the box. You think outside your country. You think outside your zone. You now see that now at least maybe things are good outside here. I can vacation, maybe getting to plane, very big plane, things that a Form 4 liver in Kenya could not do, especially getting into a plane, going for a 10 days vacation. Next slide, Madam Rin. Now, through this industry also, Greenwald didn't just change my finances because I've been able to be paid bonuses. There is a month that this company paid me a bonus. Then I was really like shocked. A bonus of 816,000 Kenya shillings. I was shocked. Wow, is this my whole bonus? 816,000 Kenya shillings, that's about $8,000. So imagine at a younger age earning such good bonus. There's another time I earned about $2,000, $3,000. Now, financially, this company changed my life. And today, I have upgraded my lifestyle. You can see the first picture. That is my house. Currently now build myself a working house, but it is still small. As young as I am, the house is small as I am. Uh, I have a dream also to build a bigger one because this is what I'm rushing to. Now, the secret of change is to focus on all energies and build new every day. That is the secret that I could tell people. Focus on all your energy. Don't look at all your qualification. Don't depend on what can you do and what you cannot do. Build it, whether step by step, it will bring a greater thing. Building steps for the last 5 years have made me celebrate some few achievements that maybe most of the people could not be celebrating by today as a young generation. Next slide, Madam Reni. Next slide. Thank you. You can see my picture during the leadership training. The first picture, that is me. I was privileged to meet Mr. Budiman. You can see our general manager in Kenya, Mr. William Su. You can see other leaders and other great regional leaders, especially from the western region of Kenya. The second picture, now we took it as a whole team picture. This was during the leadership training camp. You can see me there with the founder of the company, Dr. Deming Lee. You see, shaking the hand of Dr. Deming Lee actually impresses me a lot because I was like now receiving blessings from a professor, a whole professor in such an industry. So these were not just by chance, but they really brought a lot of impact in my life, especially by interacting with different people. Now, the last picture, you can see me with Mr. Budiman when I was being awarded my certificate for participation during training, leadership training camp in Nairobi, and Mr. William Su. So through this industry, I normally tell people Greenwald have been acting as my university because I keep on learning as I move on. I keep on learning as I move on. I didn't have that time to attend a university or a higher level of learning. So I decided to put all my time, all my effort to make Greenwald to be part of my university. That's why whenever I teach people, whenever I train people, I normally tell people that Greenwald is like a university with no walls. Next slide, Damrin. Team influence. You can see our industry is a business of people. Success is sweeter only when you share it by mentoring many people, many teams, many individuals, that they grow to place where you can also grow. For me to move to rank 7, the span of those few years, I have a team in background that is working. We all worked together with the team. You can see the photo of the team, the first photo, the second photo. So my team comprises of a lot of young people. In normal circumstances, when I talk, I normally influence the young people because I normally compare myself. When I was starting business, I started it when I was young. So from the second picture, you can see the picture of a lot of young people in my team. Then I didn't forget about maybe the other people, maybe the middle age and the old. So I'm a young generation, a young leader, but leading both the middle aged, old, and also the young generation. Because true leadership is not about titles. It is about the impact that you make in people's life that will push you to where you are. And that's what have made me to where I am today. Next slide, Madam Rini. Every success, every business, there is challenge just like any other challenges in other places. Now, the journey has not that been easy with a span of 5 years because doing the business, I had developed a concept of doing this business with the community, different communities who are speaking different languages in our country. You see, in our country, we have over 42 communities speaking different languages. So I developed a lot of interest to do what we call network expansion or market expansion, expanding my teams to the remote regions where maybe I felt that people still did not know much more about Greenwald. Now, you can see in the first photo, this is when we went to Marsabit. Marsabit County is in the northern Kenya, just near Lake Turkana. In that place, there is a lot of harsh climatic change. It is too hot. Actually, the temperature there is about maybe 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. So it is very, very hot. It's like Dubai. If you have ever been to Dubai, the temperature of Dubai is like the one in northern Kenya, northeastern Kenya. And there are no cars, no cars, no public transport there. So you can see the first car, the Land Cruisers that we were using. And remember, by that time, there's a lot of dust in that region. So because they don't see rain easily. There is no rain there. What they can only see is flood when it rained in another region. So you see, I went that one. You can see killed in the photo. Behind that car, there is me somewhere, seated somewhere there, traveling to the farthest end of Lake Turkana to look for BVs, the business volume. And this point, this is when I was rushing to achieve my first business car because time was also counting. Now I was looking like now I'm about just 2 months. I'm remaining with 2 months to achieve my international business car, my first business car. So I didn't want it to go. So I decided to move the farthest end of Lake Turkana, the farthest end of Marsabit to look for BVs. The second picture, this is a tribe called Rendile. Rendile is also another tribe in Kenya. You can see them putting on. That is their style of putting on. That is their attire. So I took a picture with them. And the other guy from the right, that is one of my distributors from Marsabit. He is a Rendile guy. Then that is when I reached somewhere called Kargi. Kargi is also in the northeastern part. Now, in this picture, I also met some Turkana. I took a lot of pictures with the different societies. In the northern Kenya and northeastern Kenya, there are a lot of tribes, but they go through a lot of difficulties. So one of the challenges that I received from here, the toughness that I got from here, is language barrier. They don't understand English. They don't understand Kiswahili. They don't understand my local language. So I had to get an interpreter. So I could teach the interpreter, then the interpreter teaches them. I could scan them, then I tell the interpreter, this is what I've seen, then the interpreter tells them. So I had to bring in an intermediaries. And this time, this is the point whereby I got a lot of BVs. However much things were tough, interpretation, harsh climatic change. I had even, sometimes we went further, we slept in what we call Makuti. Makuti is their language. In this Makuti, you sleep in this Maasai structure thing. Uh, you can even fold your legs in a way that so that you can fit inside there, both of you. Maybe if you are three of you will sleep there, and you will sleep seated until morning. So no sleeping. You are just seated. So that as you are waiting for the following day, then you go for another field work. I stayed there for 1 month and things were not easy. The temperature. Actually, when I came back to my region, my western region from northeastern, I got sick for 1 full week. I got sick for 1 full week because of the change in climatic. So things were not easy. And again, in the year 2024, I had built a team, a network of 60 people. In this team of 60 people, I had got 3 6 stars in that team. What really shocked me, that almost made me to flee away out of the business, is that I lost my 3 great leaders, each who had done 20,000 BVs each. So I lost 60,000 business volume in the year 2024. This was a real big shock to me. And if not Mr. Fred, Madam Phoebe, Mr. Lois Odinga, and the general manager, it was not easy to absorb it, losing such a good team, such a great team with a lot of business volume that you have done for some months. So it really shocked me. This is one of the things that when I felt of it, I do even work harder. I do even work more harder because it motivates me as if now I'm starting afresh the business. However much I still have the team, but almost half of my team went. And not just going, they went with the total business volume that we had done together with them. Next slide, Madam Ray. Despite of that, still fail, I can't fail to recognize the benefits that I've received in this industry. Because you can see from the year, from 2024, when I had got a very, very hard setback, it is in 2025 that I bought a new car after losing half of my team leaders. So I did my work, I did it crazily in another new region again, and I bought my second car. So as I am talking now, I'm a two-car owner in this company, Greenwald Health International. So the second car, I gave it a name, Resilience, because it is one of the cars that when I see, it reminds me of the difficulty I passed through. And that is the certificate that reminds me that I overcame the difficulty that I went through as I am. What I can tell people, it is very important you go through these challenges when you are young than you are old. If I was about 70 years, 60 years, I could collapse even of heart attack or even pressure. So I normally say when you go through these challenges when you are young, at least you absorb them, you learn from them, it becomes a stepping stone, then a greater picture again comes back to you. Now, I've achieved financial freedom, paid travel opportunities, lifestyle have upgraded, personal growth through trainings, the power of transformation have been seen in my life, despite the challenges, despite the growth I've seen in this industry. Still today, I celebrate success in this industry. Next slide, Madam Rainey. Now, I normally tell people one word as I finish, that success is not for the lucky. People think that as a young person, you are lucky. Because when they see you getting a lot of money, moving in different regions, moving abroad, traveling internationally, they think it is luck. Success is not all about luck. It is all about consistency. When you keep on consistent, a challenge becomes a stair in your life. I live by this principle day by day, step by step. Consistency creates champions. And today I celebrate my champion as a trainer, as a team leader, as a network expander, and also as a leader to the society. Because it is not all about luck. If it was luck, then I could not be here. Next slide, Madam Rainey. My closing motivation that I can tell people in my slide, that with Greenwald, I discovered that dreams don't work unless you do. Unless you do it by yourself. You do it, you create others to do it, then now the dream becomes to reality. Today, I stand as a proof that ordinary people who are not learned, with no any qualification, who didn't go to university, can still achieve extraordinary success, traveling abroad, driving cars, living in a good house. Because when you make a right decision and take consistent actions, nothing can stop you from change. And I normally tell people, please, if you don't change with changes, then the change will change you. Changing with changes have made me to be where I am today because I agreed to join this new concept. Remember, when we were doing our system of education 844, we were learning to experience or to get employed in industrial age. And the day that we are living today, we are not here for white scholarship jobs. What we are here for, we are in the year of information, whereby people lead with information. We are in the age of information. And age of information, you live with a lot of transformation. So today, I stand as one of the youngest leader in this company that have managed to be at level 7 and still aiming at the top because we are still building. This industry is all about building people, building yourself, building your thinking capability. Now, thank you very much, Madam Rainey. See you all, the distributors from South Africa, other countries, internationally, and also Kenya. See you all at the top. Thank you, Madam Rainey. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Juma. Mr. George Juma, your life is a powerful example of the idea that your background doesn't determine your future, your decisions do. So, what is the one message you want today's audience to carry to their prospects?
Thank you. The big message that I can tell today, both the distributors, the new people who are joining this training today, the new people who have just recently joined the industry of network marketing, this is a world of transformation. This is a life changer. This is an equation balancer. When we were in school, we used to learn about the chemical equation. This is the real artificial equation that we have in life. If you join Greenwald, keep consistent, do it, whether you are down, whether you are up, keep on do it until the results show up. Don't show up yourself. The results, let the results show you. Thank you, Madam Reni. Next question.
Thank you so much. Actually, my second questions, I got the answer from your sharing. I'm really, really touched by your experiences in the far north of Kenya. Once we've been to those Maasai people's territory, where the climate is very dry and hot. At that time, we would travel with the company. So we could stay in a small, let's see, inn. There was no hotel, but, some of the inns and, lodging. But, I was so touched that, you and your people actually stayed in some places where you can only sleep seated. And actually, it is not for one night, but for the one whole month. And just because of the harsh weather and maybe the food, you got sick for the whole week. So even you said that, during your travel, you're looking for your team members or your BVs. Actually, sometimes you could you sleep in just by the how to say to us we call it you sleep in the bush. So actually what I think I becomes really wordless because this kind of obstacles is unbelievable. And your success actually deserves all this effort and the obstacles. So, to succeed in the new zone. You had to learn. And how did you invest your time, energy, and passion in learning the know-how of the Greenwood business? Because you said 844 system in Kenya, but actually you complete 84. So you didn't have the educational background as a college student, but actually you make yourself a very good learner and transform yourself from a learner into a trainer. So how did you do that?
Thank you, Madam Reni. Actually, when I was growing, I've always dreamt of being a researcher and especially being a microbiologist because I do a lot of research. Especially I read a lot of books. And now when I joined this network marketing industry, there are two books that empowered me in this industry. One of them is written by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called The Business of 21st Century. And another book that really empowered me in this industry is The Rich Dad and Poor Dad, also same with the same author. Now, these two books made me learn about a lot about how to connect with people in this industry because I came to learn about it is a business of people. And I need a lot of things that could make me Thank you. There are a lot of things that will make me be empowered because it was a new model to me. So the two books, The Business 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki and the Rich Dad, the Poor Dad and the Rich Dad, really empowered me in this. Now, with Greenwald specifically, I came to learn this industry by the starter kit. Imagine, just reading the starter kit book. I used to be a lot of fast learner. I used to be too much learning a lot very, very fast. So through my first starter kit book, I read it a lot and I came to understand a lot of things, especially when now it comes to the product. My dream also, always being a researcher, I have always need to focus on the nutraceutical way, something that is non-chemical, something that could save environment. So by getting Greenwald, I really digged deeper, used a lot of sources, online sources to do research to get the know-how about this industry called Greenwald. And not only that alone, the Zoom sessions and the physical meetings that we have been conducting both in our region in Kenya, Western region, have also empowered a lot to me, moving through the testimonies of different people. Now, on the product side, I came to learn that Greenwald is good because of the results that I used to get from the product, from the customers that I used to recommend to them our Greenwald product. My first client was my mother. She was one of the people who really doubted this business when I was joining. And actually, she was telling me, just avoid doing such things. Those are nonsense. My mother really believed in education. So immediately I stopped my education at Form 4, at the level of 8-4. She really didn't take it much as something good to her. But I had to prove her wrong that it's not all about completing the 844. It's all about the mindset. Now, I gave her the lipid KRT because she was one of the pressure patient and she used the lipid KRT and some cardio and super Q10. I made her to buy. I made her to buy, and actually, sorry to say this, I made her to buy at a retail profit because that is where I could also get my money for registration at a retail profit. So by buying, she went well. Actually, up to date, she doesn't take any pressure medication. So I got my first experience from there. So I wanted to know more about other diseases, if not only pressure alone. That how is this Greenwald thing helping other diseases? Because that is where I decided I started to get the confidence about the product. Because at first I was now wondering, what hospital cannot handle? How can you handle it? How are this product helping people? So it was not that much easy to believe them. So I've come to learn it really through testimonies, clients' testimonies, and also books, online trainings, and by starter kit. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, that is how you became a leader, and we hope that in the future we can learn from more from you. And okay, that commitment is profound. So we know you've traveled to tough and remote areas, sometimes, sleeping in the bush or, in strangers' homes. So, how has overcoming this level of hardship contributed to your personal growth? Learning, reading, and, investigation and research in microbiology and nutraceutical. This is good. We understand. How do you connect with overcoming this hardship with the development of personal development and growth?
Thank you, Madam Reni. Now, the hardship that I've gone through, especially in different environment, have made me to understand that not everything is easy. A lot of people join network marketing thinking it is a get rich quick industry, but that is not it. This is a develop me industry, develop people industry. It is an industry of development. So when you come with a mentality of get rich quick, the hardship alone will make you fall. Especially now, when I was in Marsabit, the northern Kenya part of it, food was not easy. I can remember we used to eat fish only fish because they survive with the fish from Lake Turkana. There is no greens, no greens in that region. So it is fish, fish, fish every day. Fish and rice, and maybe at a point we could get some cabbage, but now at an expensive price. So this one made me to learn how to survive in difficult region. That's why even up today, I can still build a new team. Whether I can lose the whole team today, I can still restart afresh and rebuild another new team in another different region. So it has become my culture. It has made me to develop a culture of building new people every day. Thank you, Madam Reni.
Thank you so much. So many people after losing their key players, they could be very down, and some of them, they could actually give up. So, we are so inspired that you your persistence. So you keep on talking about persistence. I think, this is one of the best life example of being persistent. So thank you so much. And also, um, you're living proof that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary success. Based on your journey, what are the top qualities one must acquire to achieve such extraordinary accomplishments? You said that you've traveled abroad and you empower people, you build your own team from scratch again after you lost the key players. So, you know, in doing all this, what do you think is the most important quality as a distributor, as a leader, and as an entrepreneur? Because this is all about entrepreneurship. So, what is the most quality you think?
Thank you very much, Madam Reni. Now, the first quality that somebody needs to build in this industry that can make somebody successful is that live and learn how to overcome a failure. Very, very important. Live and learn how to overcome a failure. Very, very important. The second quality, stay very, very adaptable. Be somebody who can adapt in any environment. Don't just fix yourself into one region that I'm doing my network within one region. Be somebody who can build a new network in any region at any given time. Persistence is very, very important, and be humble and keep on waiting. And I can also say practicing self-care is very, very important. You need to take care of yourself, especially emotionally, because if you don't take care of yourself emotionally, things can go to a point whereby you can think of otherwise. You can also practice self-care on the mental and also building yourself psychologically. You see, when you prepare your mind psychologically that you want to do a certain business. For me, when I was joining this industry in the year 2020, I had already prepared psychologically that this is the business that will take me to the top because it had already taken some people to the top. Thank you, Madam Reni.
Thank you so much. Actually, you make me think that four of you share similarities, but each of you have very uniqueness. So I'm going to summarize it later after, we finish the last question. So also the final questions is the same question that we have asked Madam Phoebe. So as seven-star consultants, very soon you're going to go to eight-star and the Diamond Club member, and as a trainer and a leader. So, what would you like to share to today's audience in these different roles?
Thank you very much, Madam Reni. Now, one of the greatest thing I can share to our greatest audience who are attending this meeting today, that this business pays out. It works. By just giving it a matter of time, being patient, it works. You see, in the world, if you understand and you analyze statistics of the world of today, 1% of people in the world, they control the wealth of this world. 1%. 4% at least have got some know-how how to build wealth. 90% are asleep. they still don't know what to do on the journey of building wealth. Now, so you see what is going on in the industry. You can see the remaining 5%, they are living ordinary, trying to create awareness to the 90% so that they can become part of the 4% who really have a dream to become 1% of the world top earners. So the great information I can tell you here today, that be a game changer, both in the society, both in the industry, in your network, in your shop, and in your regions. Thank you, Madam Reni.
Thank you so much, Mr. Josh Juma. Well, your story, your insights, and your generous heart, an incredible gift to us all. And we thank you so much once again, Madam Phoebe and also Mr. George Juma. So, ladies and gentlemen, we still have 9 minutes to go. So we seize the opportunity to ask them, to learn more from them. So if you have any questions, you don't hesitate to raise your hand and ask them. This is a valuable opportunity to learn and dialogue face to face with our leaders. Okay, so if you have opportunities, sorry? Hello? Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we actually very appreciate to today's two leaders and also two trainers, Mr. Josh Juma and Madam Phoebe. And also, we thank for Madam Clementine and Madam Anne, I think, who are also among the audience. So after the China trip in October, we are going to invite the book. Okay, can you share the books you said? Oh, okay. I still remember the two books by Kiyosaki. One is Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and the other one is The Business in the 21st Century.
Okay, thanks.
So you can find it. You can find it. Okay, you can find it, and I'm going to look for the book of that. So if I found it, I'm going to send it to Mr. William Su, who's going to, and Mr. Budiman, who's going to share it. I believe Mr. Budiman has shared these ebooks with you before. So thank you so much. I can see that four of you, you have very different, qualities. I still remember Madame Anne is a teacher, and also she raised the idea of the nutraceutical. So I think, this idea is really wonderful and exactly describe what we are doing. And then also Madame Clementine, she is a very wonderful leader. So far has built the great team, and soon she's going to go to how to say, the Diamond Club. So I think, maybe she's the first one who's going to be invited back as a Diamond Club member. And for today's two leaders and trainer, that Madame Phoebe, I think, what she has said, that the leadership style, her leadership style is really, really practical, like a servant leader. So actually, you practice your leadership through serving others and help others. And from Mr. George Juma, I think what we see is that you can, through overcoming each and every hardship, that you can develop your leadership, and you can expand your know-how and experiences in different areas, in different places, and also at different times. So I think, we thank you so much. So from October on, we are going to assign the task to each of these four wonderful trainers from Kenya. Very soon, you're going to enjoy their presentations and trainings. And also, we're going to invite them back for more inspiring presentations in different areas of the leadership and team building. So once again, thank you so much for today. Thank you once again. If you want to see thank you to these two leaders, you can switch on your speakers and say thank you and good night and hope you enjoy your weekend. So, asante sana.
Yes. Nilikuwa confident. Nilikuwa confident.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Right.
Good night,
Asante
George.
sana.
Good night, Phoebe.
Mr. George.
Good
Good
night,
night, Madam
Madam Rainey.
Rainey.
Good night, Mr. Juma.
Good night, good
Good
night,
night,
good night,
everyone.
Amos Langa.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
Good
night.
night,
To see you again.
everyone.
Good night.
Thank you for the
Good night, Mr.
invitation.
Fred.
Good
Thank
night, Madam
you.
Phoebe.
Oh, CFA, good
Good
night, oh,
night,
CFA.
Juma. Good night.
Oh,
Good
CFA,
night.
good
night.
night.
Zuma.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody. Good night,
Davis.
Alois
Good
Odinga.
night,
Good night.
everybody.
You want
Good
Madam
night.
Rainey to
Good
pray?
night.
Been
Good
seen.
night, everyone.
Simon
Mr. Juma,
Barasa
good
from
night.
TC. Good night.
Mr. Chris, I can see you. Good
Night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, Mr. Fred.
Good
Good
night,
night,
family.
Madam
Davis,
Phoebe.
good
Job
Good
night.
well
night.
done.
Good
Davis,
night.
good night.
Good
Alois
night.
Odinga, good
Good
night.
Night.
Thank you, my leader.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Good
Juma.
night,
Good
TL.
night.
Juma, good night.
Happy
Good
to
night,
hear from
Phoebe.
you guys.
Green Masters, good night.
Good night.
Good night, George. Good night.
Good
Good
night,
masters.
Alois.
Well,
Green Masters, yes, we
Good
can.
night, Sawa.
good
Good
night.
night.
Special
Good
thanks
night,
to
Georgie.
the top leaders of Kenya, Madam Director, and also special thanks to Mr. William Su and especially Mr. Fred. He did a lot of background work. Oh, Mr. Fred, you're there. Can you please kindly close this section and also the previous section? We thank you so much for recommending those wonderful leaders and the trainers. And, I know that you did a lot of, homework. So please kindly, you unmute yourself and close this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rainey. I've been around, albeit in the background, because the time was for these four wonderful leaders to shine. Distinguished members of the Greenwald Africa fraternity, over the past 2 weeks or 2 Fridays, we've all had the privilege of listening to some powerful testimonies by our remarkable leaders, and they have shared some beautiful stories. And these stories have reinforced some values that define the Greenwald community. And all through, you have had them mention things like resilience, determination, and also finally triumph. Last Friday, we had Madam Clementine, and she spoke about her story from humble beginnings to network marketing success. And her story reminded us that no dream is too small. We also heard from Madam Anne Joroge, who presented her story, and she titled her story, My Success Journey with Greenwald. And it gave an account of how consistency, hard work, and faith can transform any life, and also open doors. Today or tonight, we have listened to two other great leaders. One, Madam Phoebe. She has talked about her Greenwald success journey, a journey that has empowered her, and also has inspired others. And this story is a story of how true empowerment leads to total transformation for both self and even those who are around you, or we can say the community. George has just ended for us, and his Greenwald success journey, basically under the banner turning dreams into reality through Greenwald. Basically, it is a testimony with a shining example of how vision, action, and belief in the Greenwald system can turn aspirations into final achievements. And these stories are not mere personal victories. They are actually living, breathing sources of encouragement and guidance for each and every one of us, the totality of the Greenwald family. And they remind us, all of them remind us, that success is within reach for all of us. Anyone who is willing to embrace the process, if you're also willing to stay the course, walk this path with courage and commitment, success is within reach for you. So as recognition for the outstanding achievements of these individuals, we as Greenwald Kenya proudly hand them over. This is Madam Clementine, Madam Anne, Madam Phoebe, and Mr. George. We hand them over to the conveners of Greenwald Africa training team, so that from this moment on, they step into bigger shoes, a greater role, not just for not only as achievers, but also as mentors, as role models, and also as leaders who are now given the task of guiding and also uplifting others, inspiring others to follow in their footsteps, and also enjoy the fruits that Greenwald offers. So let us all therefore welcome these four distinguished individuals into the Greenwald Africa Training Fraternity, and may their voices, experiences, and stories continue to shine a light and lead the way for many others on this journey of growth, health, and success. So with that, Madam, I officially hand them to you. Please use their experiences, use their stories, and let them mentor and guide others to grow and succeed as they have done. Thank you.
Thank you. So from here, they're heading towards the international platform because we know that this is not only the platform for Africans. I know that there's some other regions also. Distributors are, listening, learning from this platform. So you are actually matching towards an international stage, a bigger stage. So congratulations, welcome on board, and Asante Sana. So soon we're going to learn from you. Thank you once again. Good night.
Good night.
See you next Friday.
Good night. Good night, Madam Rainey.
Good night, Madam Rainey.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Fred.
Good night, Mr. Fred.
Good night. Good night,
Good
Madam.
night,
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Fred.
Good night,
Good
George.
night,
Good night,
George.
Alois Odinga, good night.
Good night,
Yeah, Juma, good
my
night.
brother
Good
George.
night, everyone.
Good
Alois
night.
Odinga, good night. Phoebe
Good
Ndeda,
night.
good night. Chris
Good
Obongo,
night.
good
Good
night.
night.
Madam
Good night.
Bita, good night. Esther
Good night.
Gashishe, good
Good
night.
night, Dion. Good night.
Good night, Fred.
Alois
Good
Odinga,
night.
good night.
Ghost Malumo, good night.
Chris
Madam
Obongo, good
Chris
night.
Wendy,
Obongo, good
Osiepe,
night.
Osiepe,
Chris,
good
good
night.
night. My mentor,
Ibrahim Iganga,
Chris, good night.
Good
Eric
night.
Sawa,
Miriam
good night.
Greenwald,
Osiepe, good night.
Aloy Odinga, good night.
Tangi Tower, good
good night.
night.